This podcast is part of the Deluxe Edition Network. To find other great shows on the network, head over to deluxeeditionnetwork.com. That's deluxeeditionnetwork.com.
Hold on, stop. Welcome back to the Shit Show 2.0.
Okay, Boomer.
Damn millennials. Wow.
Did not know that. Even flirters who are obviously mentally ill. You want to be my wife?
Oh, this is going to go downhill real quick.
What is going on? And welcome to Take on the World with
Johnny.
and Mike D.
Sup, dog?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Here we are once again. Tonight, we're taping a special with the Deluxe Edition.
I'm very excited about this.
That will be live tonight, which, if you're listening to this is in March. It was live last month.
How does that make sense?
It doesn't make sense.
I don't know what that means.
We're in the future. So if you haven't checked it out, go to the Deluxe Edition YouTube channel.
Please, please, please.
And check it out. We're doing our top 5 favorite wrestling matches of all time. Each one of our top 5 individual favorite matches.
And not just any kind of wrestling.
Professional wrestling.
Professional wrestling. So when you were sitting around on your ass as a kid watching Monday Night Raw or whatever other thing you had going on in your house, and
But when I was a kid, I was watching AWA, NWA.
you're pile driving your best friend on
Yep.
on the couch.
Indeed, I was. It was probably my sister. I was probably suplexing my sister over the glass table.
I gave a kid a pile driver. I don't know how it didn't break his fucking neck.
Yeah, even when I ran wrestling shows, dude, we didn't allow pile drivers in the ring. It's just too dangerous.
Well, the ones they do now are like way different. Like they jump up and boom.
Yeah, I know.
The ones back in the day, they would just like straddle their neck and just fall backwards and kind of like
Sit down.
Yeah, sit down.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's a little different. But not me, not little Johnny on the cat on
No, you
his
took
best
him and you
friend's bed.
spiked him into the concrete.
I spiked him into his terrible bed on the wooden floor. And then he went, "Rrr." I was like, oh God, I gotta go home. And I ran home.
So as you can hear with this episode and our last couple, we have fixed our sound issues. Finally.
Again. Thank God.
And I think it makes for much better content.
For sure.
Yeah, it sounds so much better. There's no fade offs and dribble aways and
Like you can like it's not muffled. Like you're talking undersea.
yeah.
Like that we struggle with that a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
And it bothered me because it took us. Well, this is our.
Well, you didn't want to admit it at first.
Shut up. This is. I didn't want to pay for more expensive.
Admit I'm right.
I didn't want to pay for more expensive equipment, so I denied. deny.
But anywho,
we got this new board, and we sound well. Okay.
You know, we haven't done the old mics on the new board.
We tested Lexi's tonight.
It sounded great.
Yeah, I thought it.
I don't know
good.
how it came through on the recording.
That's true. Yeah,
So-
this board's so much better. We can even hear it in our headphones now.
Wait. What else can we do, Michael? What else can we do? It's like, is that the only 2 you have programmed out of like 1,000?
No, there's a bunch in here.
Oh, shit.
That's the Tonight Show one. Hey, with special guest Johnny.
Oh, you better hit that when we do our special guest tonight.
What's this one? Oh, we don't have none of that anymore.
Yeah, that's all out the window.
So anyway, we are part of Deluxe Edition Network, which is just go to deluxeeditionnetwork.com and you'll see there's like 21 or 22 podcasts on the network now. It's awesome.
Growing day by day.
And everybody's real supportive of each other, which is awesome. So check that out. There's something there for everybody. Absolutely. You got pop culture, you got movies, you got music, you got true crime, you got history.
Oh, wait. And I said I would mention this on the next podcast. I have my idea of the Kevin Bacon wraparound.
Oh, what is it? What's the Kevin Bacon wraparound?
So it's quite involved. Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
All right. So,
and that was on Barrel Age, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's when any guy, like, so I come up to you behind you.
Hold on. I'm going to stop you right there. So our listeners and watchers know this is about to get as gay as you can get. Go ahead,
Most
John.
likely. Yeah. It's, I don't think you could do this to another woman. It's just gotta be man on man with a Kevin Bacon wraparound. And so I come up behind you all lubed up and I'm squirting your tits with lube, right? I'm naked. You're naked.
No.
I'm rubbing you. I'm caressing your neck and whispering sweet nothings into your ear, biting your ear. And then,
dude, you've thought way too much about this.
I wrap my legs around and I start jerking you off with my feet. And then right before you come, I smother you. I hold your nose, hold you down, and I crush your balls with my heels.
What the fuck, dude? Oh, okay.
And thus, that is my rendition of the Kevin Bacon wraparound. I hope you all enjoy it as much as I do.
Jeez. Nobody enjoys that, dude.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. It's a good one. It's like, well, you don't have to do like the smother you when you're about to come. Just before you come, if you're really into it, you take your heels and you smush your balls with your heels or any part of your feet that you can wrap around. Right?
Enough. It's enough. Okay. So Barrel Age, see if John wins a prize.
I hope it makes like a number in the top 10 at least.
You should have Instagram so you go on and post that on that thing. I just want to delete that whole section.
You better not.
I won't. I want to.
Like, claim the fame.
Any conversation you have with Johnny,
there'll be guys lining up.
There could be a conversation that
Kevin Bacon wraparound for ammo. I'll give you a Kevin Bacon wraparound for 30 rounds of 5.56 or 9mm. All right, fuck it, whatever. Get my rocks off.
Kevin Bacon wraparound for 150 cal.
I'll sell you 3 Kevin Bacon wraparounds for a 9mm.
Anyway,
you got yourself a deal, mister.
So, with that being said,
let alone did you know your nuts is about to be crushed.
DeluxeEditionNetwork.com. Check it out.
This is not a San Francisco wraparound.
And we'll be right back after these promos.
Looking for some midweek laughs? Then check out Bev's Video Kingdom. Join Brad, Zach, Scott, and Nate, 4 guys who never quite grew up, as they dissect their favorite films and have hilarious arguments about ridiculous movie categories. So grab a beer or a whiskey, or both, we don't judge, and tune in every Tuesday for the craziest movie podcast out there. You can find new episodes of Bev's Video Kingdom every Tuesday on all podcast platforms. It's the only podcast that'll make you feel like you're hanging out with your old college buddies without all the regrets.
And we're back.
Hey, look, we changed clothes.
Yeah.
It's a new edition.
We just put a different black shirt on.
Yeah, we did.
So today, so the deluxe edition is doing the Denny Awards, and everybody had to pick a category and give some examples, and I picked most gruesome murders in history.
I love this category. This is surprisingly a hard category.
It was very hard, but we came up with 5 choices, and when I was doing this, I ran across this one. I know our last one, I said we want to do something fun next time, but a couple of these top ones caught my eye, and I think we're going to be covering these for a couple weeks.
What do you got, Michael?
This one is
the back scratcher killer. What was that?
I scratched there.
He just tickles your back. You can't go. You go insane. You kill yourself.
The Omaima Nelson murders. I don't think she was ever named anything, but this is.
Well, can I give a shout out to another podcast that I got this from?
Go ahead.
Which is where I feel like we started, was the Brohio podcast. I fucking love those guys. And I suggest anybody out there who's in the podcast, check them out. The Brohio podcast. It's Rob and Nick. And right, did I say no? I think I fucked it up.
Nick and Rob.
Nick and Rob. Rob and Nick. Anyways, you should probably edit that out because I fucked it up.
No, I'm not editing nothing now. If I'm not editing your freaking Kevin Bacon wraparound out, I'm not editing that out.
No, I know the names.
It's Rob Dog, and Nicolicious.
Nicolicious, yep. And they are one of my favorite podcasts ever. But anyways, I was listening to them a couple months ago on my road trip down North Carolina, and they had this bitch on there. And then you came up with who were the worst, the 5 most disgusting serial killers. I'm like, well, this bitch has got to be right up there because of what she did.
Oh yeah.
So,
and when I started looking into this, I'm like, holy crap! And yeah, there may be some stuff that you didn't hear, or if they did it, they covered it. But there's some stuff in here.
Without further ado, like, I wish we got a shout out on the Brohio.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
I love those guys. But here we go.
Actually, besides Saturdays with Chicken Duck, which was the first podcast I listened to because Casey used to do that, and he invited me on as a guest, and I started listening, and I never stopped listening to it. That was the first podcast I listened to, but you and our former partner got me listening to Brohio, and I was hooked.
Yeah,
hooked.
Dude, they're just so fucking funny, man. Like, they crack me up every fucking time.
Yeah.
Like,
and the funny thing is, they have the same demented sense of humor we have.
Yeah.
Which is cool because not many people do.
Yeah.
As attested to by our numbers. I really think with the new sound, we're gonna
be billionaires.
I know
by the end of the month.
If you go on Good Pods, we are number 5 or 6 on the top 100 history podcasts.
I mean, our history's spot on. We don't miss a beat.
We don't mess around with no history.
We've looked into everything. I'm a goddamn archaeologist, for Christ's sakes. Anywho.
So, Omaima Nelson, she was born 1968 in Egypt. She murdered her husband, Bill Nelson, on Thanksgiving Day in 1991, claiming he had sexually assaulted her and abused her over the course of their relationship. Now, I thought, like, wow, these guys must have been married for a couple years, and he was brutal, but as you'll see later on, that's not really the case.
No.
So,
not even close.
Omaima was born and raised in Egypt. During her trial, we found out that when she was a child in Cairo, she was subjected to female genital mutilation. Now, if you don't know what that is, it's some pretty sick shit. I'm going to tell you what it is. So if you are easily physically ill, turn your volume down for the next 30 seconds. So what they do is they remove part or all of the clitoris, and basically the vaginal open is sewn shut to an extent, which makes it very painful and traumatic to have sex. So you could turn your radio back up. She was abused by her father emotionally, physically, and sexually.
I don't know why. What would be the? I don't know. It's so
well,
weird,
in a
man.
lot of, I think, I don't know. I don't want to misspeak, and I'm not talking down on anybody. I think it's a lot of Muslim countries that do that. I know they do
I've
it.
heard that before.
They do it in parts of Africa. Obviously, they do it in Egypt. I don't know if it's a religious thing. I don't know what it is. But stop. Just stop. Jesus. So at age 18, she met an American who was working for an oil and gas industry company in Cairo. And she was desperate to get out. She lived in poverty. Like, she lived in the ghettos of Cairo.
I swear to God, I saw that and I was like, his name's got to be Bill.
But this isn't the guy.
No,
She gets married to this dude.
but
And
she met a Bill.
she did meet a Bill then. She gets married to this guy, comes to the United States at age 18. And the marriage didn't last long. When she got here, she worked as a model and a nanny, but she was still not making enough to make ends meet. So she turned to crime. She was stealing to make ends meet. She would start disingenuous relationships with men and get them to give up their money. And sometimes she would just steal it from them. So basically, she turned into a thief.
Okay, she's hustling, doing what she's got to do.
Yeah.
She's from a different country.
Plus
She's sewn shut. Can't have sex.
Well, she can. It's just very painful. I don't want to joke.
I'm sure she probably wouldn't want to.
I don't want to joke about that because that's horrible. But I got jokes running through my head for days. But I'm not going to say them.
Yeah, your butthole sewn shut, didn't you, Michael?
Yeah. That's why I'm so uptight.
When you were in the Navy?
Kept me safe on ship. One man she was in a relationship with, she pointed a gun at him and demanded his money. Basically, his story was she held him hostage and demanded his money. After she did this, she moved to California to kind of get away from that and hide from it, kind of start a new life. So 5 years after coming to the United States, she met Bill Nelson. She was 23 years old at the time. They had a very, very, very long courtship that lasted 3 days, and then they got married.
And how old was this fucking retard?
This dude at that time
His 50s?
was 33 years older than her.
So in his 50s.
Yeah. 56. So Bill Nelson was a former pilot. He had previously been convicted of smuggling marijuana into the United States and electronics into Mexico. He served 4 years in a federal penitentiary and was out on parole when the two met. He was also previously married. While he was in federal prison, his wife filed for divorce. He was known to be a show-off. He would drive a bright red Corvette. He wore bright red cowboy boots every place he went, kind of showing off. So,
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Look at my badass, bitch.
Look at my badass red boots. That's the one I kicked someone in the face in case he had blood on him.
Hi. Fuck are you looking at, bitch? my fucking red boots, you fucking cunt.
So the couple met playing in a bar while they were playing pool. He was flashing large wads of cash and bragging about all the land he owned. So he was 56. She was 23 when they got married.
Wonder why he wound up dead.
They married via a telephone ceremony with an Egyptian priest. So I'm assuming they were on one end, the Egyptian priest was on the other. He married him. That's what I'm assuming. They took a honeymoon to Texas and Arkansas to meet Bill's family. Apparently, the family was not impressed with Bill's new bride. His bride was younger than his children, so they were a little put off by it. After they returned to California, they settled in their Costa Mesa apartment, and the honeymoon phase did not last long. According to Omaima, Bill began to show his violent side, and she claimed he physically and sexually abused her. So now we're going to jump ahead 4 weeks.
4 weeks?
We're going to jump ahead 4 weeks.
4 days.
So a man named Jose heard a loud pounding at his door. When he looked out the window, because he was curious, who the fuck's pounding on my door? He looked out, he sees a red Corvette parked outside. Well, you don't know nobody with a red Corvette. So he says, fuck it, I'm not answering that door. So he ignored it. Eventually, the pounding stopped. Later that same day, the Corvette returned. He was looking out. He saw who was driving the Corvette. It was Omaima, who was his ex-girlfriend. He opened the door and said, hey, baby, what's up? And she said, my old man beat me and raped me. I need your help. So she had scratches on her face. She was crying. She had a cut mark. So she goes in and she opens this black trash bag and says, I had to kill him. I didn't have a choice. So she had killed him and sliced up his body. And there were pieces of his body in the trash bag, organs, skin, tissue. And she said, Jose, you got to help me get rid of this. Jose looked into the trash bag and said, he saw human organs and tissue. She said, okay, baby, I'm going to help you. Just go back to your apartment. Wait there for me. Oh, actually, she offered to pay him $75,000 and give him 2 motorcycles if she helped, if he helped. So he said, yeah, baby, I'm going to help you. You go back to your apartment and I'll meet you there in a few minutes. Yeah. As soon as she left, he called the cops. Reported the incident. So the police found her in the Corvette, the red Vet, and the trash bags were still in the front seat. They looked inside and they found the remains in them as well. I guess there were several trash bags in the car. So the police then searched the apartment. And I'm going to tell you what they found in a minute.
Join hosts Dave Houghton and Sarah Ray Pallett as they examine the less glamorous side of sports with their podcast, In a Pickle. Follow IAP Radio on social media by going to IAPradio.com. In a Pickle is now part of the DEN Network. For more information, go to IAPradio.com.
And we're back. And the police were just about to search the apartment. So when they went in and searched the apartment, they found multiple suitcases with trash bags inside filled with human remains.
Ew.
Yeah. The rest of the search found a lamp, a broken lamp, an iron was broken, and they were both covered in blood. They also found a blood-soaked mattress. In the bedroom, and actually it's not the bedroom, it's the bathroom. It says in the bedroom they found, but unless there was a bathroom in the bedroom, I don't know. Anyway, over the bathtub, they found a human torso that was skinned, gutted, and butchered. It was hanging above the bathtub on wire clothes hangers with blood dripping into the drain.
Good Lord.
In the kitchen, dude, this is ugly.
That's right.
This is what you were telling me. In the kitchen, they found there's a deep fat fryer, and they found turkey meat and 2 human hands floating in the cooking oil.
Yummy, yummy.
And later on, they figured out that she was trying to burn off the fingerprints by deep fat frying the hands.
In a cranberry sauce?
Well, on the counter, they found fresh cooked turkey and human flesh in a cranberry sauce. That's fucked up, dude.
How delicate. It's just some potatoes and leeks and a fucking finger.
And some fava beans. In the freezer, they found Bill's head wrapped in foil. It was also cooked by boiling in water. Now, that's the thing. Another thing. Wikipedia said it was cooked in a deep fat fryer, but the video that I watched and 2 other websites said it was boiled
in an air fryer.
No, it was boiled in regular water.
I mean, boiled with oil or water.
It's just
where do you draw the line?
It's just the inconsistency in the.
Man, she used oil. Huh. Sick bitch.
I hope it wasn't canola oil.
Yeah, I would have used water, like my grandparents did.
When they questioned Omaima, she told the police Bill had killed somebody, and he was out of town on a business trip. But they said, "Look, I hate to break this to you, lady. We found his head in the freezer, wrapped in aluminum foil." So she changed her story again and again and again and again.
Oh, that Bill.
Oh, I didn't know you meant him.
Oh, Bill number 1.
Oh. So at one point, she told him an Egyptian demon was talking to her inside her head. And he told her to butcher and destroy her husband's body so he could not go to the afterlife. During her interviews, she sometimes acted as if Bill was still alive. Other times she claimed abuse and she had to kill him to defend herself. Now they took her to the hospital. I said, "Okay, you were abused. Let's check this out." They took her to the hospital, did a rape kit and a physical examination, and there was no evidence of abuse. In fact, what they did find is that the marks on her face and the knife wound she had were self-inflicted. So she had clawed and cut herself.
Yeah, I know that questionable where she was tied up to the bedpost and assaulted by her husband.
Thanks, Johnny Jumphead.
I'm so glad I can do it again.
Not that one. Every show we get a Johnny Jumphead.
Right in you, baby. That's how well I know this shit.
So the police kind of put together what happened on that Thanksgiving Day. Bill had been tied up. See, it's the next fucking line, dude. The next fucking line. Almost every time it's the next line.
I don't know what it is. It's
a perfect jump ahead.
It's our gastronomy.
Yeah, our gastronomy. So Bill had been tied up by Omaima consensually in a bondage sexual act.
Allegedly.
So Omaima found out that the marriage was not legal because he had never been fully divorced from his first wife. So the police thought maybe she tied him up to demand money from him, or she tied him up. Actually, she tied him up to get money from him. But when she found out that the marriage wasn't legal, she was like, "You better give me the fucking money or I'm going to kill you." When he refused, she began to kick or hack at his genitals.
Hack at his genitals with what?
It didn't say.
Her claws?
I'm assuming with the scissors.
Scissors? Oh!
Because the next thing she did was stab him with the scissors in the chest several times.
Could you imagine your balls cut up with a pair of scissors?
No, I don't want to.
Scissors are sharp.
I know. Depends on what kind of scissors they are.
Well, I can make scissors sharp.
I know. Especially
if you're a brand new type.
I have a pair of scissors you're not allowed to cut anything but fabric with.
Fabric scissors are nasty sharp.
And they're expensive.
Yeah. Let me introduce you to my ball scissors. They only cut hair, not the sack.
You can't cut anything but balls with them.
They only cut the hair from the ball sack, but not the ball. They're a safety scissors for an ex-scorned wife.
So she hacked at his genitals. She stabbed him in the chest.
I'm sorry. Keep going.
She used an iron to bash him in the head. She hit him with a lamp. And once she bashed in his head, she had caved in his skull. She decapitated him, castrated him, and dismembered him.
God damn, this bitch is evil.
She was pissed. So he probably didn't take the trash out or something.
Yeah, what the fuck? What do you do the dishes that night, you dumb bitch?
Yo, motherfucker, I told you don't put your shit in the sink. The
bitches be tripping. That's what I gotta say.
The medical examiner noted
how many woke people can we piss off right now?
We've pissed them all off. That's why they don't listen.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're a lesbian vagina ass, can't get out of bed afternoon and fucking do something productive.
Okay, we're canceled.
Your turn, Mike.
I don't know how to follow that. Except
no. Yeah.
The medical examiner noted that there was a skill level that she had used when she was dismembering him, and it led this medical examiner to believe this could not have been the first time doing this. So there was 130 pounds of Bill's body still missing from everything they gathered. I guess he was like a 230-pound guy. There's only 100 pounds of remains left. So when they were canvassing the neighborhood, they talked to the neighbors, and the neighbor said, well, you know, I did hear that garbage disposal running for like 2 days straight.
Yeah, that's it.
So when they checked the garbage disposal,
that thing sounded like it was struggling for like days on end.
They checked the garbage disposal. There's human remains in it.
Knuckle chunks, skin.
Also, when Omaima spoke to a psychiatrist, she admitted that she had cannibalized part of Bill's body. The doctor, this is fucked up, dude. The doctor said she confessed to putting on a red dress, matching shoes, a matching hat, matching lipstick, and cooked her husband's ribs with a barbecue sauce and consumed some of the ribs.
Does it say what kind of barbecue sauce?
I knew that was coming. Because, you know.
I know you wrote it down. Why did I have to ask?
It wasn't Heinz.
What was it?
Sweet Baby Ray's, of course.
Sugar-free?
Sugar-free Sweet Baby Ray's.
Jesus. Oh, we love
We're going to hell, bro. We are going to hell.
Hey, listen, we didn't chop anybody up and cover their ribs.
No, we just laughed about it.
I mean, we just do that to wild animals.
So, she bragged to the doctor that nothing tastes sweeter than human meat, but Bill's flesh was especially sweet.
Well, it's sweet because you put Sweet Baby Ray's.
That's right.
It's laden with sugar.
No, it was sugar-free. So the sugar-free stuff always tastes so sweet because that fake sugar.
But it had erythritol.
She was diagnosed with PTSD due to the abuse she had suffered from her father and the female genital mutilation. She was also diagnosed as psychotic. At the time,
I would have never thought that.
At the time that she stabbed
weird.
and beat her husband to death.
That's weird.
It's odd.
Psychotic?
Yeah. The doctor said he had never seen a case so bizarre or psychotic in his 20-year career. So now we're at the trial. The trial began December 1992. Omaima did not dispute killing Bill Nelson. Her public defender says that she was acting in self-defense after her husband raped her that night. She claimed that during their 4-week marriage. Bill had forced himself on her multiple times and was abusive. She claimed that night he had tied her up, raped her, and she managed to get one hand free, grabbed the lamp, and hit him, and stabbed him with the scissors to save herself. And then claimed she had no memory of dismembering the body.
I can see you like killing the person, but like goes as far as like cooking the hands and the ribs with barbecue sauce.
I guess if she doesn't remember it doesn't count.
Yeah, but come on, like where do you cook the ribs with barbecue sauce? Self-defense,
Dude. I'm gonna tell you, they showed a tray of ribs.
Did it look good?
Oddly, yes, they did.
When'd you pull them off the grill? What temperature?
What temperature? I hope they're cooked at
220. 220. You slather in sauce after you. Are they wet or dry rub?
Well, it was wet. She probably pulled them off at like 195 and let them rise to 200. That's fucking horrible.
Well, he's dead. He won't ever know.
So her story really didn't wash because Bill had and the pathologist had noted he had ligature marks on his hands and ankles. So
he wanted to be tied up and like put on a fire.
Yeah, that's what he wanted. So during her murder trial, prosecutors also charged her with assaulting her former boyfriend, which is Robert Hansen, with a gun in 1990. According to Hansen and the authorities, in November of 1990, she tied him up.
She was a crazy bitch.
And is
trying to get away from her.
Yeah, I know. Well,
he tried to shoot her, but
she wanted money from him, so she tied him up at his Huntington Beach home, robbed him at gunpoint, adding credence to the prosecutor's theory that she had killed her husband to steal his money. Not because he was trying to assault her. It took the jury 6 days to deliberate.
Yeah, you see, this is why women can't be trusted.
She was found guilty and convicted of second-degree murder and the killing of Bill Hansen and the assault of her. Are they both Hansens?
Probably his sister. Oh no, brother.
Oh no, step bro. What was Bill's name? Bill Nelson. Not Hansen, Bill Nelson. Man, I fucked that up. I had Hansen on the brain there. Bop was going through my head. So she was second-degree murder, Bill Nelson, and assault on her former boyfriend, Hansen, on January 12th, 1993. She was sentenced to 27 years to life. So that's not the end of the story.
What? No?
But there's more.
Yes, please tell me.
If you act now.
For $9.99, you're going to have the whole story.
Yeah. You can just PayPal it to me. So she's in prison. She had a fan. And this fan was a 70-year-old disabled man. So he thought it was prudent to marry her while she's in jail.
This bitch got married again?
Third time.
Whore.
Not that makes her a whore. Killing the people she marries kind of makes her a whore.
No, that makes her a murdering whore.
So she was up for parole in 2006. She was denied, saying she was too unpredictable. And then her 70-year-old, he was disabled, but he was also very wealthy. Her 70-year-old disabled man passed away and left her a boat ton of money. So she came up for parole again in 2011. She was again denied. She said she was not a monster and pointed to the fact that she had never hurt the man she married while she was in jail, even though they had conjugal visits.
I only just remembered when we were out of jail.
Well, they were conjugal visits for like 3 days. So they would go out to this trailer and they'd play house for 3 days. So there was a kitchen and knives in that trailer, and he never killed him. So I'm reformed because I didn't kill this dude. She also then at that point Vietnamesely vehemently.
What kind of racist shit is that, dude? Hello, y'all.
She denied.
You want fried rice with that?
She very strongly denied.
Hey, bro?
She very strongly denied that she ever ate her husband. I swear to God, I did not eat any part of him. I am not a monster. Her words.
A monster?
Yeah, a monster.
You said it again. A monster.
Yeah, she's a monster. You're a dick.
You can't ever get away from that word.
That's how I've said it my entire life, dude.
A monster.
It's an inflection from where I grew up.
I'm going to catch you every time.
Everybody where I grew up calls them monsters.
You're not saying it right.
No, you're not hearing it right.
You're trying to change it. You said monster.
Yeah.
Monster.
Yeah, it's monsters.
Anyways, this bitch is crazier than a shithouse rat.
So she said she didn't eat any part of him. The parole commissioner asked her, what was the purpose of cooking him if you weren't going to eat him? She refused to answer.
And he just didn't go right with white rice.
That's all there is to this story. Finally, dude, there are some sick freaking people in this world.
This one was pretty fucked up.
This one was really
I
fucked
would have
up.
never heard of it.
And I'm going to tell you something, John. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a little disappointed in you for making fun and jokes at this very serious content.
Really? No, you're not.
No, because that's how we deal with shit. The shit we see every day, that's how we deal with it. And if you can't deal with that, then be like the
then you're gonna
20 billion other people that don't listen to us.
Yeah, you're gonna be like the part of the woke problem.
No,
I'm offended. Oh well, you're gonna get run over.
I'm offended. You're gonna be offender Spain. Anyway, that's that, dude. Like,
is that?
That's it. That.
Oh, that. Okay.
It's some crazy shit, bro.
That was crazy shit, bro.
She's a nut. There's no two ways about it.
She's still alive?
I think so. And the next time she's up for parole is 20.
You fuck her?
No. Actually, she's not a bad looking woman. So
keep that in the B-reels.
Yeah. I mean, we're not done. We didn't do our sign off or nothing.
What?
So that's that. That's the story.
The story of that dumb bitch.
Yeah. So we took on Omaima Nelson.
Umami. Namami. Nelson.
Now you go take on the world.
This podcast is part of the Deluxe Edition Network. To find other great shows on the network, head over to DeluxeEditionNetwork.com. That's DeluxeEditionNetwork.com.
Hold on, stop.
Welcome back to the Shit Show 2.0.
Okay, boomer.
Damn millennials. Wow.
Did not know that. Even flirters who are obviously mentally ill. You want to be my wife?
Oh, this is gonna go downhill real quick.